Ladies and gentlemen, bout number 6 of the evening, and this fight is brought to you by the Lucente Group. Fighting out of the blue corner, Liam Slaven. Italian. And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent fighting out of the red corner, Keelan Scott. Contest is bout number 6 of the evening, and this fight is brought to you by the Lucente Group. 3 by 3 minute rounds in the super welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, trained by Andrew Steen out of Ultimate Everlasting, with an official weight of 69.1 kilograms, a fight record, 3 fights, 2 wins, 1 loss. Fighting out of Geelong, Liam Slaven. And across the ring is this man's opponent, fighting out of the red corner, trained by O'Neill Ortega out of O'Neill's gym, with an official weight of 69.95 kilograms, a record of 8 fights, 5 wins, 3 losses. Fighting out of Richmond, Keelan Scott. When the action begins, your man in charge is Abba Samadi. Both fighters can seal the ring.
Here is the tale of the tape. Liam Slaven, Keelan Scott. Keelan Scott has 4 centimeters of height and also the experience with 8 and 5 compared to Slaven's 3 and 2 fight record.
Once your partner is in the ground, don't make any contact. Touch gloves and good luck.
This fight brought to you by the Lucente Group. Liam Slaven.
God.
Keelan Scott.
My God.
This is hardcore. Red one.
Chuck.
Here we go, back to the action. In the blue corner, Liam Slaven in the red corner, Keelan Scott. Both of these fighters, another great matchup, Hammer.
Yeah, absolutely. Slaven from Andrew Steen's gym down in Geelong. Always a well-prepared Andrew. Brings his guys in, always well-prepared, as does O'Neill Ortega with Keelan Scott in the red.
They got right into the action, no mucking about. Again, experienced enough to not be dumping all of the adrenaline in the first round, but both of them coming out hard and fast. Slaven pushing the action here.
3-by-3, of course, again, this fight. Slaven just cracking away at the inside thigh. Going to the body, nice double up on the kick. Keelan Scott. Generally, the guys from O'Neill's gym are very heavy with the body kicking. Obviously, very traditional Thai style fighters. And Scott's no exception to that rule at this point. Matching the pace though, which is good, and that's exactly what you want to do. You don't want to leave too many shots going on unanswered. So invariably you will get hit with something. The trick is not to let it go unanswered, so the scorecard doesn't get too far away from you. Pressure with the hands is going to be the game for Slaven.
He's throwing some good leather up top.
Yeah,
but as you mentioned, Hammer, Scott kicking away at the legs and kicking away at the body, which is going to take its toll.
Nice close guard. Covers and counter kicks Scott. Clever tactics from him. He knows that Slaven's probably going to come heavy with the punching upstairs. So the idea is to cover and then counter kick underneath, because the kick theoretically will score nicely. Trying to range control with that push kick again is Scott.
Very much tit for tat here so far. Big thank you to Lucenti Group for bringing this fight to us.
Turning hook, Scott, Slaven. Flashing right hand from him.
Slaven starting to pour on the pressure now, but not landing clean shots.
So trying to transition punch to elbow, Slaven. Wore the pressure well, Scott.
Scott's a very composed character, keeping his guard up nice and high, defending against the shot.
Beautifully done, Scott.
Defending the shots from Slaven. Only 10 seconds left in the first round, 5 seconds to go.
Pushing forward now, final moments of this round. Trying to steal a round was Scott, but Slaven throws that right hand to end the first round. Needs to sit on his punches a little bit more and get some more rotational power from the hips to the glove. Chin's coming up a bit high as well for Slaven, but if he sits on his punches a bit more, he may have some success. Transition from punching to elbowing as well. But good composure. You know, he hasn't had a load of fights, Keelan Scott, but showed a lot of experience, a lot of composure under pressure. Also got up a couple of nice head kicks as well. So they both had their moments in this one. There was that head kick from Scott.
I was impressed at the end of that round, Hammer. Slaven was coming forward with some headshots, and Scott just dropped his guard and just moved his head and stepped away. So cool, so calm, so collected.
I got. Chuck.
Welcome back to the action. For those of you tuning in, thanks for joining us. Nicholas Mara, Mark Hammer Castanini coming to you live tonight from Hardcore Promotions. In the blue, Liam Slaven. In the red, Keelan Scott. Keelan Scott moving forward and always attacking, but I beg your pardon, sorry, Liam Slaven, I should say, coming forward and always attacking, but Keelan Scott counter-fighting. Measured, calm, cool, landing good shots is Scott.
Nice pressure upstairs from Slaven. Needs to keep working into the clinch and knees though off those punches. obviously the Thai style scoring is always going to score kicks and knees as sometimes priority. So depending on the judges and how they tabulate their scores.
And you can see that the right side, the right flank of Slaven is becoming red raw from the shots that Keelan Scott is landing.
Scott's got a nice cross guard too to protect against the punches. When he goes into that, the only real option for Slaven to do is throw an uppercut or potentially try and attack the legs or the body. His head defense is solid, Scott.
Yeah, really. And Slaven just stands right in front of him. Big right hand there.
Yeah, he's got to try and wrap the glove around the guard if he can, Slaven. Scott needs to get a little busier. Because in a fight where it's even scoring, aggression will then come in as the marker to level the fighter up. Nice jab. Double jab again, a jab low. They've got to have pressure kicks too. So if the technique's got to be thrown with with a bit of aggression, and they've got to be loading a little bit more.
Nice body kick there from Scott. Low kick from Slaven.
Slaven's attacking that inside thigh. He could roll to the punch from that. Nice push kick, Scott.
And Slaven's caught a couple of the kicks from Scott, but hasn't capitalised, hasn't tried to trip him, dump him. And of course, we haven't seen any clenching so far yet. Big right hand there from Scott. Into the clinch they go now. Abbas Ahmadi, a referee, all over the action.
So just over 10 seconds to go now. So he's going to steal this round. They've really got to just, when it gets to the end of the round, if it's close, you've really got to just go all out. Just throw everything to make that last ditch effort to get the round in the bank for yourself. An arm wrestle backwards and forwards, this one. No clear taker for mine.
Which I love, it's great to see them back and forth when they're evenly matched. You never want to see just one person beating another person up with no defence. So well matched here tonight. And now you see Slaven pushing the pressure, but Scott not flinching at all.
Yeah, I think in an even fight, the more aggressive fighter in this one has been Liam Slaven.
Absolutely, but like you said, Hammer, Scott is throwing the leg kicks, the body kicks.
Yeah, so Scott's countering nicely Thai style, absorbing that pressure and trying to play the counter game. But
and not at all flustered, is he?
No, Slaven looks as fit as you like too, mouth closed.
Yep.
He's well prepared for this one. Andrew Steen's done well to get him ready for this.
Come on, Red.
Both fighters touch gloves. This is the third and final round.
All right, here we have it. Only 3 minutes left. Anybody's to take.
Absolutely. Both men are certainly in this one. Blue corner wanting Liam Slaven to just keep that forward pressure on.
And if he's going to apply the forward pressure, Hammer, he needs to get past through those beautiful long limbs of Keelan Scott. He needs to get inside and work away.
Nice. Keelan's got some, is technically very well put together. He does everything right. I just want to see him get a little bit more aggressive.
Yep.
If he added, 20% more aggression and stepped up the pressure, it'd be a totally different fight. This one, I feel.
You might almost say he's a little bit too clinical.
Yeah.
A little bit of passion, a little bit of maybe a little bit of anxiety or urgency, I should say.
It's been pressured constantly by the barrage of Slaven. He's keeping the pressure on, and Scott doesn't want to make a mistake and, potentially get caught with something. So you've got to be careful, but at the same time, it's a fight, so you've got to get in there and fight.
Scott on the back foot, defending well, countering well.
Shot command.
Big looping shot there from Scott. Scott starting to breathe through his mouth. Wonder if he's starting to dip too deep into the gas tank. Big head shot there.
Slaven's got to get his kick ratio up. He's doing good things with the hands, setting with the jab nicely, but he's got to throw more kicks like that. That's good. That's good scoring now for Slaven. But this is looking, there's a little bit more like it from him. In turn, Scott needs to answer straight away with a heavy kick back. So you get kick low, kick straight back to the body, or use that push kick as a range control. When he goes round, you go straight.
The front left thigh of Keelan Scott's looking a bit red raw. Not big shots, but counting shots.
Solid right hand, Slaven.
Slaven moving forward at all times, keeping the pressure on.
That's exactly what Scott's got to do. Cover, kick. As Slaven punches, if Scott kicks immediately, that'll give him the scoring ratio, the scoring advantage.
Well, you called for action
like
at the end of the round, Hammer, and this is the end of the third round. There's only about 10 seconds left in it. Don't want to leave it in the judges' scorecards. Slaven, Scott, Slaven, Scott. It's a seesaw event here tonight at Hardcore
Big
Promotion.
shots.
Slaven starting to pour on the pressure.
On the bell.
Was it going to be enough?
Well, on the bell, the aggression from Slaven really amped up.
I'll tell you what, if I reckon Slaven might have had another couple of rounds left in him, Hammer, that would have been great. I'd love to see a rematch in 5 rounds.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Again, solid matchup. And, you know, Mark Jelsey really has a knack for getting the right guys matched against each other. And this is another example of that.
There we see beautiful headshots there from Scott, but not enough commitment, not enough power behind it.
Well, this is going to be the tail of the scoring of this one. If the judges are scoring a Thai style, as in the traditional Thai style scoring, I'll go the red corner. If they're scoring it more as a kickboxing or freestyle fight, they'll go the blue. So I won't be surprised to see this one as a split decision. But it's going to be there for the taking for both. Potentially the way the red, but Slaven was absolutely more aggressive.
So only a few moments away while the judges tally their scores. Slaven, Scott, Slaven breathing heavily now, and Scott looking quite composed. Big effort from both fighters. I'd love to see more of them as their careers progress. We will go to the center of the ring for the decision from John Demicholi.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we head to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Your 3 judges score the contest: 30-27, 29-28, and 29-28. All the way to your winner via unanimous points decision. Red corner, Keelan Scott!
And there you have it. Who would have thought that a man that has spent his entire life in the fighting sports would have called it, Hammer, but you did.
Yeah, look at the kicks of Scott did well, but Slaven, you've got to give it to him. He threw some good leather. He was here to fight, and congratulate both these guys on a great effort.